Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you are. And welcome back to the Beta Plan playing Shadowrun. So we want to get Penelope Wong away from Neville Ma, but well, we are not the best with charisma or anything, so... And the main mission is to get incriminating evidence. Personally, I would say let's go up to the penthouse floor. Perhaps we can find something to convince Penelope to change around without needing the charisma. So, we are going up. The elevator dings softly and a bright, sophisticated elevator panel awaits your input. Take the elevator to the penthouse floor. Alright then. And we have the code thanks to our, 1635. Nothing else in this corridor? Thank you very much. This is a use astral perception to assess the keypad, but, well, we don't need that. We already have the input code. Now I forgot. 1635, right? Yes. 1635. Very good. The door unlocks. Why is it so cold in here? I can see my breath. Okay. Rows and rows of finely tailored suits, custom shoes, and various accessories fill the room. Wait a second, is he perhaps like Gaichu, not actually truly meta-human? Things become interesting. The liquor cabinet is full of expensive wines and spirits. Several decanters sit atop of it, but one in particular catches your eye, a bottle of brilliant red wine. Take a steal sip. You take a gulp and quickly gag. The wine's strangely warm given the temperature of the room and disgustingly salty. Yeah, I think he's a vampire! I'm maybe too obsessed with vampires, but... The opposite side of the living room is dominated by a massive security door. It's more heavier than the exterior apartment door and looks like a recent addition. The wall has clearly been reinforced to support it. A series of top-of-the-line commercial-grade maglocks hold the door sealed. It will be easier to tunnel through the wall than it would be to break them open. Examine the door. A cursory glance at the door frame reveals no sign of a keypad or a jack point, but you do see what appears to be an RFID reader. A 16-digit number has been stenciled onto the side of the reader in a red ink. This didn't come with the apartment. Why fortify an interior door like this? To keep up appearances, I think. Can you imagine what installing this monstrosity in the hallway would do to the building's aesthetics? People will talk about it. A man like Ma wouldn't want that. And again, we've taken everybody with us at least at commentates. I'm so happy for that. Group interactions makes an RPG feel alive. Well, one thing is certain, we aren't getting through there without a key. Most likely that means that we will have to get one from Ma, or from one of his people. Shucks. I guess we'll just have to go back to the party. I mean, that is the next logical step. Tell me we're going next to the party. I don't know, let's keep looking around up here. Not yet, Gubbit. Not yet. What is this refrigerator about? The fridge is well stocked. There's enough food in here to feed a big party. Alright, but that is about it that we can do in this apartment. But let's face it, he returns after being, well, in a hospital where he shouldn't return off. He has a salty, warm red wine. That sounds to me like blood. Let's talk to Penelope Wong first. And be nice. There she is, the star of the show. The glamorous starlet flashes you a standard celebrity smile. Lovely, but emotionless. Good evening, Penelope Wong. Please call me Penny. Pleased to meet you, Penny. The name's Argyle. She lifts her drink and takes a tentative sip. What brings you to our little soiree, Mrs. Argyle? I don't believe I've seen you around the studio before. Oh, now we need to talk like the best salesman ever in the world. So let's be careful about the things that we choose here. It's a friend of a friend sort of situation. He asked me to check in on Neville. Seems he's recovered quickly considering the accent. No, that's too much giving away what you actually want. Just business. I'm surprised Mr. Ma is up and about since soon after the accident. That's too short. I'm representing some interesting parties who would like to collaborate with Yellow Spring Studios. They want to make sure Neville's injuries were as minor as they've heard. That is just about enough of a lie and about of a truth that it might actually be acceptable. Let's go for the last option. Your friends have nothing to worry about. I must admit, I nearly died of fright when I heard what happened. But to look at Neville now, you never seen he'd guess he'd been hurt. She smiles demurely. It's miraculous, isn't it? His medical bills may have been steep. Miracles cost a lot. Nugent days must have been some expensive treatments. I keep his secret, if you will. It's a shame the rumor mill caught window. That is an interesting. This is a little bit bluffing. That's right. I'll keep his secret if you will. It's a shame the rumor mill's got window. There are rumors? She blinks. I haven't heard of any rumors. That is something we can say, that he's been skipping off the top for his treatment. Just some jealous babbling, you know, the kind that he's embezzling from the studio to pay for the treatment. You wouldn't believe the things people are saying. Embezzlement, secret partners, and other such chicanery? I'm not even sure. I'm so sorry. I'm sure it's all nonsense. This is a word in the Matrix that makes me think like I'm a decker. Just jealous babbling. I'm going to go with the last one again. Her face rents. That's ridiculous. The studio's doing better than ever. We're even expanding. No money lost there. Then he's got someone supporting him, like a new partner. That would make sense given his situation. I wouldn't put any stock in Matrix rumors. Or yeah, I suppose the Neville's gotten some new investors then. Let's go with this. Let's not go. Then he's got a new partner. That is too tough. You gotta lead her into it, I think. Yeah? I suppose the Neville's gotten some new investors then. Someone new? For a moment she's lost in thought, face twisted in concentration. No, I don't think so, but Neville did make some new friends while he was in Guangzhou. Ooh. There was a woman, can't remember her name, who now visits Neville regularly. I heard she's quite the fashionista. Well, a powerful man like him must make a lot of friends. Penelope shrugs. That seems to get on well. I'm a little sad he's never introduced us though. She's supposed to make an appearance tonight. I'm very much looking forward to meet her. Penelope's gaze drifts over your shoulder for a moment, and she smiles at someone behind you. Oh, please excuse me. That's Mr. Yao, and I promised him I'd say hello tonight. Enjoy the party. Why would I ask this? Why would I ask if she has a key for the security door? Thank you, Penny. It was a pleasure. That is our first thing. Found out more about Ma's friend. Who would know? Who would know? I'm not really keen on asking himself, but that's about the only option I see right now in front of me. Let's talk to the man. Neville Ma is dressed in an immaculate suit, surveying his party from the edge of the balcony. As you approach, he inclines his head respectively. Good evening. Oh, that doesn't look like a vampire at all. I probably was again over-exaggerating. Good evening, miss. I'm sorry, I don't believe we've been formally introduced. He straightens his watch. I'm Neville Ma, owner of Yellow Spring Studios. The pleasure is all mine, Mr. Ma. Call me Miss Argent. Thanks so much for hosting this gala. You're welcome. It's important to show the industry and the press that Problems in Moonlight is doing well, and that we're still a local operation. I hope that you're enjoying yourself. You know what? Let's use astral perception to assess Neville Ma. And the thing is, this is because I'm magically active. I have been awakened. I can spellcast. A unique thing. Focusing your senses, you concentrate on Ma's aura. Your third eye slides open, unveiling the hidden reality of the astral plane. The walls of the veranda balcony go grey and cold, and Neville Ma explodes in a scintillating light. Judging by the state of his aura, Ma appears to be in good health. His essence is slightly frayed, the sort of damage you associate with a standard data jack. Otherwise, he appears to be more or less intact, which means that he can jack into the Matrix. You do, however, detect a faint tinge of discoloration on the periphery of his aura. A chronic illness might darken an aura in this way, but you've never seen anything quite like this before. Having seen what there is to see, your third eye slides shut again. If Ma is aware that you've ascended him, he doesn't show it. I've heard about your accident. How did it happen? He sighs. It seems as though that's all anyone wants to hear about these days. To be honest, I'm getting rather tired of repeating the story. Suffice it to say, a delivery truck, a drone, experienced a glitch and ran a red light. If it hadn't hit me, it would have hit someone else. Did the police discover anything unusual? Not really. Apparently the latest software update to the truck had gotten corrupted, but that was all they found. It was shocking to discover that the delivery company missed the glitch, but I suppose that it's a mistake anyone could have made, and certainly not enough to point to any one person. Yeah, we don't have enough biotech for this. That would be a medical assessment. Let's not talk about the security door that would tell him that we've been into his apartment. Why would this option be here? You were discharged from the hospital pretty quickly after your accident. Your treatments must have been expensive. Not especially. Kang Zhao's hospitals are top tier. Confidentially, my rapid recovery mostly came down to luck. The accident could have been a lot worse than it was. I owe Eurocar a lot of thanks for their safety features. Well, thanks for talking to me then, Mr. Ma. My pleasure. Please enjoy the party. Yoza! We need to think a little bit on this. What to do? I mean, I'm not going to ask him his security code door. Waiter. I got some question about Neville Ma. Heard of him? Certainly, everyone knows Mr. Ma. What kind of person is he? Between you and me, he's difficult, which is putting it lightly. Man runs the staff ragged. He jerks his thumb in the direction of the veranda. That's his party out there. Richardson like him love to display their wealth. Sound like you have some stories. He lowers his voice, like you wouldn't believe. He once made a handful of us walk out the way to Shrek O to fetch dumplings for his guest. It was pouring out, with winds blowing around 50 kilometers per hour. Practically a death march in that weather. Why wouldn't the kitchen here make Ma some dumplings? Ma said the kitchen dumplings weren't good enough. Called them peasant food in front of all of his guests. Chef Kang was furious, of course, but since Ma's here rich, hotel management told us to give him whatever he wanted. By the time we got back from Shrek O, the dumplings were cold, the party was over, and Ma had retired to his suite with a pair of starlets. We had to pay for those dumplings out of our own damn pockets. A couple of days later, Kevin came down with pneumonia from the trip, lost his job over it. Oh, that is not nice. And that's just one of our experiences with him. Needless to say, no one's here a fan of the man, but we've paid to serve attendance here, so that's what we're due. Shucks, it's a living. Let's ask this man. This is the best man I think we can ask about the door. There's a heavy security door in Neville's Ma's apartment. Know anything about that? I'm going to take a risk here. I know I'm taking a risk here. The waiter opens his mouth to reply, then pauses. Just how do you know about that? When were you in Ma's apartment? A few days ago. I left something in there. I need to get it back. We don't want to cause a scene. I mean, we could go bother Mr. Ma during this party, but that would look just as bad for you as it would for us. Ah, that's a good way. He lowered his voice. Tell you what. Try talking to Chef Kang in the kitchen. He's got keys to just about every door in the place. On VIP request, he's expected to personally deliver their meal. It's a status thing. Compliments of the chef or whatever. Poor guy spends as much time delivering food as he does cooking it. Worth a try. Thanks. See, this wasn't a thing. No problem, just don't mention I sent you, alright? Chef's a vengeful man, so I don't want to get on his bad side. Alright then, let's not make it too difficult for him, but this was the man we could talk to. Alright, ma'am, enjoy your day. We let him get some bad memories about Mr. Ma, and that allowed us to, well, we talk him a little bit into it. Didn't we already inspect this? Oh, yeah, we did. Buddha's Delight. Find pay data, we found that optional. Optional get to Ma's party, we download. Find incriminating evidence, we still need to do. Find out more about Ma's friends. Find the RFID key for Ma's security door. This is, we have a lot of stuff, and we still haven't seen the friend also. The chef looks up from the spot of boiling water, red-faced and sweating. A name tag is pinned to his lapel. Chef Victor Kang. Thought I told him to send in the waiter. Who the hell are you? Which one shall I choose? I'm going to go with this one. Ma's got this door in his room. Big thing, particularly in taking a rest. Ma's got this door in his room. Big thing, practically indestructible. Someone said that you can get me inside. Yeah, I could do that. And I could also lose my job for it. Even go to jail. Sounds like a real winner of a proposition to me. He strains a vat of boiled fish through his sleeve. Got work to do, stranger. Doors that way. I don't understand how Ma can get away with raging on your cuisine. I mean, you fed his whole party. You deserve better, man. His expression hardens. Yeah, cost me a raise and a whole lot of face. I'll bet that bastard didn't lose a wink of sleep over it either. With a single motion, the chef lops off a fish head. I know a thing or two that will have Ma churning in his silk pajamas. Considering your key fob to... Consider your key fob to means to an end. Your key FOB, I don't know what, let's just do that. Yeah, gladly. He grabs a plastic tab from his apron pocket and tones it to. Ruin him, will ya? Or at very least ruin his day. I'll consider it a bonus if you wreck his anemic girlfriend in Giddy Starlet's days too. Anemic girlfriends, again, that is when you have... Anemic is a problem about blood. Losing a lot of blood when you're hurt. Also answering Giddy Starlet. He doesn't seem like we're all about it. Girlfriend? What girlfriend? What's her name? He snaps his fingers irritably. Ku Feng, that's it. She's the rich wench who paid for Ma's hospital stay. Thank you very much. Skinny, anemic thing. Never eats. And she ever orders is cheap red wine. Now I'm going back to the vampire thing. First I thought it was a fling, but now I'm not so sure. Maybe you can split them up and be thankful for that. Don't suppose she takes her wine warmed and salted? I've heard rumors. Oh, his eyes narrow. A warm salted wine? What a disaster. No, she just orders wine. Plain old wine. Wouldn't stop her from sipping in her own seasonings though. Alright, well thank you for the help, chef. No, thank you. Actually, I want to talk to you again. I can't. I wanted to know what he mean by the Giddy Starlet, but alright, we're starting to get more and more information. Take the elevator up. Once again, this was not to be a loud mission, so you could have kind of expected me not to have a lot of combat in this one. So let's open the security door and let's wait till everybody is here before something goes wrong. As you approach the door, a light set into your key fob goes from red to green. There's a loud series of chunks, and the door slides open. Funks, by the way, not chunks. A blast of frigid air floods into the room from the other side. Ew. Why is it so cold in here? And we have another door that's locked. And the only thing I see here is that. Blinking up. An expensive consumer-grade computer terminal awaits your input. The display background is set to screen capture from promises in moonlight. Penelope Wong's radiant face beams at you from a corner of the screen. Why, if it isn't my personal terminal. A sly smile crawls upon Isabel's cheeks. She cracks her knuckles. Let's have a look. Log into the computer as a guest. A few keystrokes is all it takes to get into the computer's file structure. With the high-tech security door in this apartment, it seems Ma never bothered to encrypt this machine. An options menu appears on the screen. Interesting. So, is he also courting Wong herself, or is that just something I thought? Search email. You read through Ma's email, most of it's spam and boring business arrangements, but one detail stands out. Neville Ma is frequently emailing a woman named Ku Feng, which we now also know paid for his bill. They seem close, exchanging a lot of thinly veiled flirtation. Alright. It appears that Neville has been lavishing Ku Feng with money and affection, expensive gifts, rent checks, miserable attempts at poetry, seeing to it that her every need is met. And she paid for his bills though. That's interesting. Search financial records. Neville's financial records are astoundingly boring, aside from two major things. He's spent next to nothing on his hospital bills, where it appears he only stayed for 3 days, and he's spending a lot of money on a woman named Ku Feng, jewelry, bills, clothes and such. You know, it could not be that they actually have a fling with one another, but that he's just paying back. Unlock the office door. With a push of a button, you unlock the office door on the other side of the room. An ominous funk reverberates throughout the cold steel apartment. I am still not keen on this. Without warning, a frigid wind blows through the apartment. The chill cuts through your clothing, raising goose flesh all over your body. Where is that coming from? There's an... Oh, great. There's another blast of cold, and a pale, imposing woman materializes out of thin air. A throng of black-faced men and women materialize alongside of her. A vampire. I was right! Look at her face! Look at the little fangs showing! Look at the eyes! Ah, the little dog who's been sniffing around Neville's affairs. Her voice is imperious, arrogant. A Ku Feng, I presume? She nods. Just so. My servants have been watching you since you arrived. I suspect you are an evil woman, and that you are here to do harm to Neville. And so I came to stop you. Well, let's use our astral vision again. You focus your vision on the astral plane and expand your senses to take in the woman's aura. Black shadows color her essence, the kind of markings all found in the auras of terminal cancer patients. And vampires. Oh, yes, the beta plan was right, and vampires are in Shadowrun. Hang on a second, you are a vampire? Very astute, she grins at you, displaying a set of sharp-looking teeth. And what do you intend to do about me now that you have had this revelation? Hop? I don't know. I think that I need more info about you before I decide, and I think that is true. But I also think we're starting to get a little bit. Well, let's do this conversation. Let's do it, if possible, nice and quick, and then end the episode. I need to know a little bit more information before I decide anything about, well, attacking a vampire. A wise decision, acting without knowledge, is the mark of a fool. Now then, I am Ku Feng, and that my servants have been watching you since you arrived. Oh, know then that I am Ku Feng. You think yourself so clever, sniffing around Neville's affairs like an amateur detective? So sly, so quiet. But you're not quite enough to escape my ears, little woman. Well, I'm not very little as well, of course. Whoa, we can already say that. What is our job exactly? Find incriminating evidence on Neville Ma. We already have that, actually. Find out more about Ma's friend. We already know that as well. I don't see what the incriminating evidence that we have. Is that he paid her for the bills? Something tells me this is another deal we can make. I couldn't be less interested in hurting Neville, lady. I'm just here to finish a job. If that is true, then it is a shame. You've seen my face and you know what I am. Naturally, I cannot allow you to leave. You can't afford to fight me here, for fear of police involvement. She lifts her chin imperiously. Perhaps we can settle this in a more civilized manner. A face-off in a neutral location. Will you accept my challenge? A duel at midnight works for me. Very well. She steeples her fingers. As for the terms, if I win, you willingly submit to my influence. You become my pawn. And if you win? We'll cross that bridge and come to it. She nods, grinning. Wait 15 minutes for the sun to go down, then come to the roof. We've settled this there, like gentlemen and ladies. Alright then. Well, this fight is going to happen, but I think that is for the next episode. I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.